Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I'm a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video and this time I'm reacting to a new artist to me, LP, Lost on You. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Maggie for suggesting this artist. I am so excited, so let's have a listen.
When you get older, plainer, saner, will you remember all the danger we came from? Burning like embers, falling tender, longing for the days of no surrender years ago. And will you know? So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. I'll never get to heaven 'cause I don't know how. Let's raise our glass up to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me I've been lost on you. Oh, just as you could cut me loose. Oh, everything I've lost on you is I lost on you. Oh.
I just getting into her singing, and this is a really interesting artist. She's got her eyes closed the whole time, and this is again something that so many singers, who are school trained, choir trained, classical voice training, don't close your eyes. It's kind of almost a mantra, but with her, you can see she is totally in her inner space, totally feeling this song. Now, I did do a little research on her, that she is a songwriter. She's written for a lot of other singers. So there's a lot of these singers that write for other people and then they start getting more popular themselves. And yeah, she's just got this like really organic voice and very introspective in her approach. So let's keep going.
And I could see the machinations, understand the toil of expectations in your mind.
That whistle.
Hold me like you never lost your patience. Tell me that you love me more than hate me all the time. And you're still mine.
Interesting. Her approach to singing is very speech-based. Now, I did do a little research and I heard that she studied opera. And wow, because I'm not getting the opera voice in her. But I think just because you study opera doesn't mean you can't bring it down, because opera is like so big. But the way she's singing is very introverted in her feelings and her emotions and her eyes closed, and then it's very speech based like this, and then she's going into those higher notes in a very much mixy belt. I hate that terminology, but I'm getting a lot of integrity in her performance. It's completely from her inner vision and feeling, and her rhythmic is she's very attuned to the rhythm in her body. So let's go.
So smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. Let's take a drink of heaven, this can turn around. Let's raise our glass up to all the things I've lost on you. Oh, tell me I've been lost on you. Oh, just as you could
not expect that. I just was talking that she's operatically trained, and then all of a sudden we have this really high, but it wasn't like super round, but it was definitely, she had the range. And just look at her. She is just that artist that is completely focused on her inward journey and her inward emotional state. Her rhythm is just impeccable. Using that little kabasa, it's not a kabasa, but a little shaker. She's tuning into the rhythm. And what I loved is when the guitarists were soloing, she's focused at them. Because that's usually the way it goes, it's not all about her. She's sharing her attention to the guitarists. Wow, this is really interesting. What an original artist. Oh, thank you, Maggie, for this suggestion. And when I started, getting into her music, I try not to listen too much. I just kind of like click on and click off. But I did not realize she has such a huge following. Seems like it's mostly in Europe, but she's starting to come into America as well, even though she's an American. But yeah, what an interesting singer. Completely inner-directed. I think she almost had her eyes closed the entire performance. But again, that's what a lot of singers do, because they're tuning into the emotion and the pictures in their mind. And so they're completely inner-driven. I've seen many, many, many artists, including this jazz singer named Nancy Wilson, that actually also had that sort of closed her eyes, and always just everything was inner developed. Because to be honest, sometimes when you're looking at the audience, it's easy to be distracted. I can speak for that, because you're looking at that person over there and someone's talking or they're on their phone. I mean, performing is hard, especially in a small club. It looks like that's what maybe this was, because it's easy to get distracted by what you're seeing. Now, ironically, when you're singing in a big hall, it's a little bit easier, believe it or not, even though there's more people, because you can't see everybody. You just basically see the front row, and there's a lot of shadows, there's lights on you, so you can hear them and you can see them and feel them kind of out there, but they're not like right in front of you in a small club. And so she was totally had her eyes closed, and definitely driven with that emotion and that picture, and just super, I don't even want to say jazzy, but it's definitely got this rhythmic integrity. And she also was really, her jaw, she uses a lot of different resonating strategies, as I say. I know it sounds super techie, but for her it comes easy. So she's like down in the speech range, that's like this to the mic, and then whoa, whoa, so her jaw is just opening up. And then after the guitar solos, when she went into that super high voice, I was like, what? And not in a bad way, but I didn't expect it. And it was funny, after I already talked about her taking opera training, she has a great range, and it's just really driven with the music, what I call a lot of musical integrity. She's not doing anything to show off. She's not dancing. Now, not to say the people that dance and do more extroverted movements on stage are better. I have a video I created, and maybe I'll add a link that hardly anyone watches, and I called it, are you a hot or cool performer? So some people are what I call hot. They're moving around, they're dancing, they're like constantly moving, they're more extroverted, doing all this stuff. And then other people are just more cool. Yeah, even though her voice I put her in that cool category. So she's she's coming from that inward place, and she's still grooving. She's still feeling that groove and that energy, but it's more from an inward place. And so that's a different approach. Now, as a young singer, I always felt like I should be more outward, but I really am more inward. So it's great to see these artists, because everybody tells you, oh, you need to bring your eyes, you need to look at me, you need to come out, you're hiding from us. No, that is not required. Now, if you're singing in an opera, or you're singing in a concert hall as a classical singer, or if you're singing choir, because choir people always want you to look at the director, that's where those things come out. But for this kind of group, it's totally fine that she closes her eyes. I've just seen it so many times doing reaction videos and in real life, watching other singers sing. Again, some people are very extroverted. They tell stories. They move around a lot. They might even dance to the mic. Other people have a different approach. So basically, it's like you're throwing your energy out to people, the extroverted energy versus the introverted energy. So a lot of people think, well, I can't really be a singer because I'm introverted or I'm shy. But to be honest, a lot of artists are, because artists, as one of my teachers have said, is that you need to have creative loneliness. To be an artist, you have to spend time alone to develop your craft. If you're a songwriter, it's a lot of alone time. And so some people are not going to be like throwing their energy out, but allowing people to come to them. Because see, that's when you're an introverted singer and you're coming from this introverted place, what you're doing is you're focusing on your own imagery, and then you're letting the people come to you. So it's more of an attraction versus I'm going to throw it out at you. I'm going to attract it. So this is my only first song that I've heard of LP. So I'm sure she has other songs that might be different, but I really like starting with the live, because then I can really get a sense of the artist in their environment with other instrumentalists. And she's something else. She's got a lot of storytelling as well as really doing different things with her mouth and resonating strategies, which, okay, I'm a voice teacher, so I talk about those things, but not only the artists aren't always thinking about that. They're not going to go, oh, I'm going to open my mouth this way, or I'm going to do this. They are just allowing things out as they feel it, because that's what music is about. It's storytelling, but there's that emotional side. And so that's where all that training comes in. So you have a lot of choices to make when you're singing. So yeah, I'm super excited to listen to more LP. So if you love LP, please subscribe and click on the bell so you get notified of all my uploads. And then the other thing you have to do is you have to go into that bell and click all. So YouTube is not always giving you the notifications, but if you go and you click on the bell and click all, you will get all my other LP reactions, because I'm definitely looking forward to doing more for her. She's a very interesting artist, and I think it's going to take me a while to kind of really dig into what she's all about. But this was a great first time listen. All right. And also, I want you to thanks for the likes, shares, and subscribes. I so appreciate it. And I want to let you know that if you are interested in voice lessons, I've been teaching online since 2011, and I have lots of experience teaching online and getting great results. So you can go to my website at Vocal Splendor Studios. Excuse me, wrong, scratch that. That's my YouTube channel. My website is just Vocal Splendor, and I've actually had that website since 1998. Okay, and then also I have 2 private Facebook groups. They're my passion projects that I'd love to introduce you to come into. The first one is called Creative Soul Alignment, and this is a group for people that are interested in the creative arts and also spirituality, because they are together. We're here to create what we want in our world, and this creative arts is the way for us to do that. So we have artists, singer-songwriters, poets, sound healers, painters, photographers, and I have people from all over the world from my YouTube channel that are there as well. So if you're interested in that, it's called Creative Soul Alignment. And then my other group is called YouTube Success Strategies, because I'm teaching others how to succeed on YouTube. And I have structures and training there. And so both of them are free Facebook groups, so you can find all the information below in the description. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.